Shalom, shalom. Giving all praises, honor, and glory to the highest, to the God of Seth, the God of Shem, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God of Yasharallah. Khan? So we want to give our praises and honor every time we come together, every time we open up this Bible, every time we give a class for the edification of the people and for the coming together of the people. Khan? So the name of this class is Wednesday, Pop Off Wednesday. I have taken over this week through the Spirit to bring something out that somebody asked. The name of this class is Jumping into Marriage Too Quick. Jumping into marriage too quick. And the reason why I'm doing this class is because from my experience in this truth, from coming out of the world, people come out of the world. I'm going to give you several examples. This is the first example. People come out of the world. They may be divorced. They may be lonely. They don't want to deal with people in the world no more. Whether a man or a woman, they come into the truth. And you get desperate. Because you see all the other couples don't know what they going through in this truth. But you just know they got somebody. They could be going through heck at the time, but you just see them together. Lord, I just want a mate, oh God. And people start getting desperate. So, first thing come along, they hitch themselves to it, right? So, it's okay to prove a friend. Matter of fact, give me some Rock, chapter 6 and verse 7, because that's what we're supposed to do. Let's see, in that desperation, especially, I'm going to touch on the younger people in a second, but it'd be older people because they done already lived life. They done already been married, been in relationships, have kids, and they just want to mate. So they'll get with somebody, and they don't prove a friend. They jump into marriage too quickly. You don't know what you're going to get yourself into if you don't prove a friend. When they say prove a friend, that mean a brother, that mean a future spouse. You got to prove a friend. This is a partnership. Because you mess around getting to bed with a dragon, you supposed to be with that dragon. But if you prove a friend and go through courting the espousement, you can see what this person is really about, man or woman. Read that for me, out.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, better known as Sirach, chapter 6 and verse 7.
Yep.
If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first.
Do what?
Prove him first. And be not hasty to credit him.
Because you might meet a nice woman, but why is this woman single? Did you ever wonder? You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like in the world, I have to think about in the world, who asks the person that they going out with or dating, what do you believe in? Nobody does that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody does. They just see how good somebody look, and they want to deal with it. But they don't prove a friend. They just go after their own lust. You know what I'm saying? But what did the Lord say to do?
Prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him.
Prove them first, and be not hasty to credit them. Because I promise you, the first 3 months going to be bliss. They're going to be heavenly. It's going to feel great, especially coming out of a relationship, coming out of a bad relationship, and you meet somebody new. It always be that honeymoon period. But what's going to happen when you have your first fight? What's going to happen when they get mad at you or you get mad at them? How they going to react? Are you going to still love one another? You know what I'm saying? So you have to prove a friend first. Because as a partner, you need to be friends. And that's what the Lord said. Give me Sirach 7:26. And he said, be not hasty to credit them. Because anybody can put up a front. Anybody can act like they the... Matter of fact, somebody said this. A wise man once said, a man ain't never met a woman he liked and then treated her bad. You know what I'm saying? If you like her, you're going to be on your best behavior, ain't you? You ain't going to burp. You ain't going to fart. You ain't going to use the bathroom in front of her. But when you love her, you do all those things, don't you, Officer Stephen? Don't you? Just let her rip. You been with her 40 years. She used to it. Ah, you nasty. I know. You know what I'm saying? She should let out that little poop. Like she don't fart every once in a while.
Mary Jo.
But when you just meeting somebody, you're not finna do all that stuff. You're gonna be on your best behavior. So you gotta see how it is, get comfortable with one another, and when you're not on your best behavior, do you still love this person? Because it's the things in your character that makes you, right? So can that person deal with it? What's their pet peeves? You might do something that's their pet peeve. But when they really love you, it may be a pet peeve, but they'll let you make it. But you also, if you love them, you'll try your best not to do that. Like one of my white pet peeves is, and I don't be realizing I be doing it all the time. She just pointed out, if I get in the bed, I might just flop down in the bed. And it's always when she laying down. She like, you just flopped in the bed. Oh, baby, I'm sorry. I ain't mean to flop down in the bed. I realize I just do it. I just flop down in the bed. Yeah, but when I be conscious of it, then I just ease down there. Because I know she don't like it. You know what I'm saying? That you got to learn the person. But you got to learn them even before you move in together. You know what I'm saying? Read that for me, y'all.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, better known as Sirach, chapter 7 and verse 26. Haste thou a wife after thou mind.
It say, does you have a wife after your mind? Do you have a wife after your mind? You might be dealing with a woman that's completely different from you. Completely not after your mind. Completely not something that you want. But you have to prove her first. You can't jump in the bed with her. Because now everything will be destroyed. And that's where it go into being hasty, jumping into marriage too quickly. Because half the people got to understand that marriage is when you sleep with somebody. And the other half say you got to get a marriage certificate. Well, it's in the middle of all that. Sex is not marriage. If that was the case, then what is fornication? You know what I'm saying? Marriage is a part of the process. That's a consummation process because marriage is supposed to be fruitful and multiply. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't made for leisure, for pleasure, for recreational purposes, shall I say. It was made to be fruitful and multiply. And then when you need that relief, your wife's supposed to be there for you, you're supposed to be there for her. So it wasn't made for this philandering around. It was made, it say the bed is undefiled for a married couple. What you do as a married couple ain't supposed to be done all out in the street. That's what making lasciviousness. So if you're looking for lasciviousness from somebody you're not married to, then you out of line. Because you have to be married. Married. You can have a wife, you can be a spouse, but you're not married. Being a spouse is different from being married. And it's literally in the scriptures. You can be a spouse, but that means you're engaged. You're in a process. So you still should not sleep with this woman when you're a spouse. You have to wait till you're married. Understand me? But a lot of people jump the gun and then they wonder why everything goes downhill after that. Because you went against the Most High. I done seen it too many times. I done seen it, been involved with it, where it's just another scenario. Brothers will come into this truth. They have problems with their wife, and they want to look for another solution. They find out about the multiple wives in the Bible. Oh, this one tripping, I'm finna go here. You know what I'm saying? Brothers don't do nothing properly. We have sex with the woman, then everything go downhill from there.
That's right.
This my wife, this my wife. Well, if it was your wife, then everything wouldn't be going downhill, would it? Because the Most High set up order. He set up order. You know what I'm saying? And we have to go by His order. If we don't go by His order, it's not going to work.
That's right.
If you don't prove a friend first, and you get married to the woman, under the law, you're supposed to stay with her for the rest of your life. And if it's messed up, it's your own fault. It's nobody's fault but your own, men. Because women don't supposed to look for a husband. The man finds a wife.
That's right.
What did the scripture say again,
Haste thou a wife after thou mind.
Did it say, do you have a husband after your mind? Did it ask the wife that, or did it ask the husband, do you have a wife after your own mind?
Hast thou a wife after thy mind?
Read.
Forsake her not, but give not thyself over to a light woman.
It's telling you, don't give yourself over to a light woman. Now you get a woman that she's not after your mind, don't forsake her because it's your fault. That's what the scriptures say. He gives you the opportunity and the blueprint to pick a proper wife. And it's also get a woman to understanding on what a proper husband's supposed to be. So you don't have to rush it, but it be people's desperation. Sisters coming to the truth, I done seen it. Burning in their loins. That's the word that was used. Burning in the loins. Burning in their lusts. And they see these men of the Lord running around here doing his work, and they feel some type of way. So they want to cleave. You know what I'm saying? But it's up to the man to do what the Lord said to do so that it won't go wrong. But you catch a man in here burning in his lust, and you get the two of them together, you finna have a, excuse my French, a shit show. That's what it's gonna be. I done seen it too many times. It's not going to end well, and in the end, they're gonna depart from one another, and both of y'all just ain't do nothing but whore each other out. When all you had to do was wait to see if you really like this person. And for these youngsters, this message is for these youngsters too. Don't be too quickly to credit the woman or the man, because most people at a young age is not even capable of doing these things. You know what I'm saying? Fulfilling what the Bible say, because you young, you got energy, your adrenaline rushing, your testosterone pumping. And to keep yourself in order, it takes the spirit of the Most High. So God bless these youngsters that didn't run wild and learned this truth early and got to contain themselves. You know what I'm saying? But we got something for that. Give me we gonna stay on course though. Give me Sirach 25 and 21 now.
Really finna get into the meat now.
Yeah, because we gonna touch the things that what make people go past what the Lord said do. We gonna touch on that thing. It all goes down to lust. That's what it boils down to, lust. I bet you if it wasn't a looker you was looking at, I can wait. I said, if she wasn't tender on the eye, I can wait. Oh, because she...
I said you can prove her for a long time.
Yeah, now you want to prove her for... No, brother, no. It's a daughter of Zion.
Are we going to get married?
Yeah.
I'm still proving you 5 years later.
Oh, man. Read that out.
Book of Sirach, better know. Book of Ecclesiasticus, better know the Sirach. Chapter 25, verse 21. Stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire her not for pleasure.
Read that again, because that's what it's literally going into.
Stumble not at a the beauty of a woman, and desire her not for pleasure.
You ain't supposed to be desiring, when you get your wife, you can desire her for pleasure. But don't be looking at these beautiful daughters of Zion, thinking about what you can do with them. I'm gonna marry that sister. See, this, I'm gonna tell you something. This why these men be trying to push that sex is marriage stuff. You want to knock her off, but then you don't want to have no paperwork attached to it. So when you knock her off, you can run away?
Move around.
Yeah, you think you're slick. You think you're slick. If that ain't being a servant, what is? Because we in captivity, remember? Now, if we wasn't in Israel, you wouldn't need what it's. Matter of fact, let me break it down like this. A marriage certificate is a record. What's wrong with keeping a record? You got a record for your house, don't you? If you own a house, you got a title. Don't you want that? You got to own a car, don't you? You got a title for that. You want that, right? You got a driver, you need a driver's license. You got that, right? They told you to have a social security card. You got that, right? They told you have a birth certificate. They ain't had nothing to do with you. You got that right. But you can't get a marriage certificate. That don't sound right. For the woman that the Lord said you're going to leave your mother and father to cleave on to, you can't get a piece of paper. I've been married for 20 years. Haven't had to break the paper out once. What's the problem? What's the problem? How many times you had to break yours out, Elder?
Only when I'm moving.
So what's the problem? Like getting a marriage certificate gonna kill you. Now you being a wicked Negro, man, ain't that? Because when it comes to your business affairs, or medical affairs, if she has to prove, or insurance even though they really can go look up in the public records and see that you married, that's why they don't even need your paper. So how can she do something for you if you don't have that? Them niggas think they slick. That's all it boils down to. Because if you really love this woman, how hard is it to pay, what, $70? Ain't even that much, $30-something to the courthouse to get a record showing that you married? You got everything else the slave master told you to get. Now when it comes to your woman who God gave you, you too good for that. Them some wicked Negroes, man.
Yeah, because like the only time me and my wife ever see our stuff is like when we moving and packing our stuff and going to another house. That's it. What was that? Exactly. We don't see none of them records, man.
Exactly. Exactly. Matter of fact, let's touch that right quick and then we'll jump back over here. Give me Tobit chapter 7 and verse 13. Because, let me ask you this, people. When them wicked Negroes want to get a divorce from their wife, they can go down there and get a paperwork, can't they? When you want to let loose of that woman that ain't acting right, you can go to the courthouse and get a piece of paper for that, can't you? But then when it comes time to marry the woman that's of the Lord, you don't want to get a piece of paper. But sex is marriage. But you can have sex with the woman and you can leave her anytime you want to. So how is that marriage? Marriage is an agreement. Marriage is a covenant. And on every partnership or agreement, don't you need to have some paperwork? If you're going to start a business with another brother, don't you need some paperwork? Or else what? When the stuff hit the fan and stuff need to be sorted out, or who need to pay what and what's the debts, you're going to have to goddamn me have some paperwork when it's time to go to court. But now with your wife, you don't need no paperwork. Don't make no sense. Read that when you got it, huh?
Hold up, Bob.
Somebody told it. It's in the pocket. In the pocket.
I knew it was something.
They stole your tote.
Yeah, man. No, I lost it.
Oh, you lost it.
Yeah, I lost that.
Let's touch that real quick. Because that subject right there kills me. Because the only one getting out of it is the man. What about, here's another question I had about that subject. So, you ain't gonna make this woman an honest woman, is what you're basically saying. So you gonna have a baby by this woman, baby take your name, this gonna be your wife. How she gonna take your last name? How she gonna take your last name if you don't go get a marriage certificate? How she gonna be your wife? That don't make no sense. These brothers tripping, man. As a man who been married for years, it ain't hurt nothing to have no paperwork on my situation. Nothing. It ain't hurt nothing. Like I've been married 40-some years. He said he only break it out when he moving. You got it out? 7 and 13?
7 and who?
13.
Yes, got it.
Read.
This is the book of Tobit, chapter 7 and verse 13. Then he called his daughter, Sarah, and she came to her father, and he took her by the hand and gave her to be wife to Tobias, saying, Behold, take her after the law.
Do what
Take her after the law.
Take her after the law
of Moses, and lead her away to thy fathers. And he blessed them.
And the father and the mother was involved in this union. You know what I'm saying? They even walked up to the wedding chamber. But what happened before that happened, huh?
Oh, the father gave away.
Yeah, read verse 14.
Verse 14. And called Edna, his wife, and took paper.
And did what?
And took paper.
And did what?
And took paper.
Uh-huh.
And did write an instrument of covenant.
An instrument of what?
Covenant.
Didn't the Lord write a covenant on tablet, on stone?
Done.
It's a covenant. It's a covenant. What do they think marriage is? It's a partnership. It's an agreement. And both parties have to be in agreement. You can't be married to somebody that don't want to be married to you. Even if you are married, it's not a marriage if we're not in agreement. Read on.
And sealed it.
And did what?
And sealed it.
Come on, man.
He wasn't looking for no divorce.
Come on, man. Because we're not supposed, after the law of Moses, when he gave them divorces because the hardness of their heart. But think about the situation. We coming out of Egypt. You know what I'm saying? We coming out of Egypt. We got Egyptian customs on us. People is bugged out. Just like right now. Just like right now. That's why I've seen a lot of people get divorced and then the Lord bless them with a better mate if they did the right thing to do. If they did what they supposed to do. Because we got these Egyptian customs on us. So it's going to be hard to get some people that come follow God's law that got Egypt on the brain. So due to the hardness of their heart, Moses gave them the ability to get divorces. But Christ said, you get married under this law, you can't have no divorce. It wasn't like that from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? And we got to get back to those ways. So you got to marry somebody who you can be with for the rest of your life like it was intended to in the first place. Under the law. A lot of the brothers was married under Egyptian law. That's why Moses gave them a decree of divorce. They wasn't married under God's law. They was married under Egyptian law. Just like right now, a lot of people got married under what? Under the white man's law.
Exactly.
But now we got the opportunity to get married under God's law and do it the right way. That's the whole thing. We have to do it the right way. So let's go back to Sirach. Get some more out of there.
7 and 20.
That was 7 and 13.
13. Back to the book of Sirach.
Go to Sirach 25 and 23.
25 and 23?
Yeah. Because if you don't get a proper mate, and it's going to be some things that come with that. Read that when you got
And
it.
it reads,
Mm-hmm.
a wicked woman abideth the courage, maketh an heavy countenance, and a wounded heart, a woman that will not comfort her husband, in distress, maketh weak hands and feeble knees.
Do you want to end up with a woman that don't want to comfort you? You don't want to do that. But you start off that relationship the wrong way, you're going to get something that you don't want. Then you're going to be looking for a divorce. Guaranteed. Because you're not doing the things that the Most High said to do, and you're not looking for the things in the people that you're looking at. You know what I'm saying? If you're looking at how she look over, if she's obedient to the Most High, then you're going to do yourself a disservice. That's all. This is a warning to people who are rushing into marriage without properly looking into the person that they're dealing with. Doing a spiritual background, shall we say. Jump down to 26. No, give me 26 and 23, y'all.
Still in the book of Ecclesiastes, better known as Sirach, chapter 26 and verse 23.
Uh-huh.
A wicked woman is given to a portion to a wicked man.
What did the Bible say?
A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man.
Read on.
But a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord.
And if you fear the Lord, you're going to do what he told you to do to find that mate. But if you don't, if you be wicked, You looking at a woman for lust, for her beauty, for anything other than that she's a daughter of Zion. Then you being wicked. And if you get a wicked woman, then that's your portion, man. Just like when we was in the world. If we was wicked, most dudes talking about, I got a good girl, I got a good girl. How is she a good girl if she messing with you and you a bad boy? Then she's really not a good girl, is she? And if she was a good girl, she wouldn't do things that go against what her father taught her. That's why they always want a bad boy, because they not good girls. As the Lord say, a wicked woman is a portion to a wicked man. You're not going to have a righteous woman being wicked. She's not going to sit in the trap with you while you selling dope if she's not wicked too. She's going to be like, I got to go. I can't be up in here. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be in a car with guns and drugs. I don't want to be in it. I got to go. I got to think about my future. That's what a good girl going to say. But a bad girl going to be right there with you. You know what I'm saying? They may look innocent, but that is not the case. Give me, I'll go to Sirach chapter 8 and verse 2. Just touching on a few things of the folly that will occur if you go about disobeying the Most High and going to find a mate.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 8, verse 2. And it reads, be not at variance with a rich man, lest he... Salaki. You might mean 9 and 2.
Yeah, give me 9 and 2.
This is Sirach, chapter 9, verse 2. Give not thy soul unto a woman to set her foot upon thy substance.
Mm-hmm.
Meet not with an harlot.
Do what?
Meet not with an harlot, lest thou fall into her snare.
Well, the Bible is giving that game. If you don't know this game already, the Bible be giving that game, man. These type of women to stay away from, men. But these are the type of women that men love to go to. Read on, this one right here. This one right here go both ways. Read the next one.
Verse 4. Use not much the company of a woman that is a singer.
That is a what?
A singer.
Because we all know, and this go for women too. Well, I remember when Genuine was out, that pony. Women, it's so many brothers. That's just one brother I can just think of. That these brothers start singing, these women go crazy. To the point where R. Kelly start calling himself the Pied Piper. Because he already know once he starts singing, they're going to be lining up. And it's the same for men too. Get around, don't be around no singing woman. Because they can entice you. They ain't even got to be trying. We just get enticed by those things.
Very quickly.
You know what I'm saying? Read
Very
on.
quickly.
Lest
thou be taken with her attempts.
Now, she definitely attempting to get you, and she starts singing, or that man starts singing. I done seen men that can sing. Woman forgive every dirty thing they done did once they start singing. The Most High know what he talking about, man. Read on.
Gaze not on a maid, that thou fall not by those things that are precious in her. Give not thy soul unto harlot, that thou lose not thine inheritance.
See, even though we don't know everybody's background, most of us were harlots and whores. Some people don't get that spirit off of them, and it's truth. That's how we end up in the situation. And that's why I say men got to be strong, because we weak creatures when it comes to that. And if a woman turns the charm on, then we gonna fall subject to whatever happened. But we have to be strong in the spirit. Strong in the spirit. There's gonna be disasters. I'm giving you warning, man. Any man that's not married or thinking about doing something stupid like, oh, my wife ain't acting right, you better ride it out until you figure it out. Either one way or another. You better either end the situation or you better work it out, because if you try to move on to something else before that situation is finished, it's going to end disastrous. If you think you're going to find a second wife while your first wife ain't acting right in the first place, it's not going to work. This is warning. There's too many examples.
Got a leg to prove it.
Too many examples in Israel. You better finish the first situation, or work it out, or stick it out, or whatever you're going to do. But you better not try to add or move on to something else without finishing that situation first.
That's right.
Understand it. Or it will end disastrous. You can test it and think you're smarter than God's system if you want to. And you will find out that you are not. You will find it out. Let's get something for the ladies. Give me Sirach 25 and 22.
You're going to hit that 8 right
Go ahead.
Let me hit that 8. Turn away thine eye from a beautiful woman, and look not upon another beauty. For many have been deceived.
Many have been what?
Deceived.
Been what?
Deceived.
Been what?
Deceived
Uh-huh.
by the beauty of a woman.
Uh-huh.
For herewith love is kindled as a fire.
Because men love to love because the woman look good.
All wrong reason.
She can't cook a lick. She don't clean up the house. She don't take care of kids, but she look good. See, this is how ignorant we are in the world. So we shouldn't be this ignorant in the truth. Brothers, look at us. She got booty shorts on, 5 kids running around dirty, house filthy. What they just think about smash. This is about the rest of your life. This is about marriage. This is about commitment, not about smashing. You know what I'm saying? You ain't wondering why she got them 5 dirty kids running around the house. You ain't wondering why her house dirty. You just know she got on booty shorts, looking at the beauty of a woman. That don't make no sense, huh? You ain't wondering why did I meet her on a Thursday night and she was half naked? Who was watching the kids? Thursday night? Don't they gotta go to school? See, we don't ask none of that stuff in the world. But in the truth, you're gonna be all on it. You went out. See, it's clearer in the truth. Because a woman shouldn't be going out on a Thursday night when she got children, got to go to school, she got to go to work. That's not responsible. And then she half naked. See, we can see now. We can see past the beauty now. And we can see your characteristics. We can see your skills, your talents, and your mind. That's like we telling the younger sisters this weekend. Y'all showing all your body. He ain't going to think about none of this right here. So in the truth, we can see that now. So when you're in the truth, don't fall for your lust. Because your lust, listen here, let's get that right quick. Because that beauty, don't lead to what? That lust, right? Go to James chapter 1 and verse 14.
This is the book of James, chapter 1, verse 14. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed.
Look, this is how ignorant our women are today in the world. That's all they're going to offer. That's how. So if all y'all butt naked, that's all y'all. That's the only thing y'all offer. Ain't nobody offering nothing different at the club but booty. And then we entice. They know what we entice by. That's why they do it. You think they wearing blonde hair for nothing? Why they wearing blonde hair? It ain't just that they want blonde hair. They know these niggas like white girls.
White girls, that's it.
With blonde hair.
That's it.
Why you think they got their whole booty out? They know dudes like booty. Why you think they showing their breasts? They know men like that. But if they knew men wanted you to put it up, they'll put it up.
That's right.
But the men is out of order. That's why they doing it. If a man walking with his woman and she got a whole ass out, and you like, damn brother, you need to tell your wife to put some clothes. We gotta tell you to tell your woman to put some clothes on. Ah man, it ain't nothing, man. It's all good. You know why it's all good? I think about myself when I was in the world. It was all good because I didn't give a damn about her.
That's right.
The moment that you give a damn about a woman, you not letting her do none of that. You better go put some clothes on. You better think if you fight, go with it today. And it's truth. That's how much I love you. You better put some clothes on, woman.
Right.
I don't need everybody seeing all that. But when we in the world, you want everybody to see it because you think you're doing something. You don't care about her. You just care how she look, and she make you look good, and you don't care if everybody see it. But what you do, your little daughter like that. They do it. I see they walk around with their woman with their booty out and the little girl with some little hoochie shorts on. You don't give a damn about your own child. It's because the men. They not coming outside like that. If the man put up a fight and we ain't going nowhere, it ain't happening. And if she goes, she going by herself. Because you got to stand up as a man of the Lord. Even if you're not married to this woman, even if you're espoused to her, if you dealing with her, but your mind have to be there first, man.
That's right.
A woman don't be sexy. I want to be sexy. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going on in the world. They don't, if it's this what they doing in Rome, and when in Rome do as the Romans do. That's what they say. That's what's happening right now. But we are Romans. We Israelites.
That's right.
So we gonna do what the Israelites do. And we're going to be royalty, like the Lord said. So we can't go out like that, man. Because if we don't respect our women, the other nations don't respect our women. They not. They don't. Why do you think they snatching them up? Because they not worried about none of these Negroes who ain't respecting these women. Oh, they ain't going to do nothing. They don't even care about it. Bro, listen what I tell you. Women, listen what I tell you. Men, listen what I tell you. I go to places, and I'll be in a room full of Arabs. And I can feel the hate and the arrogance. And I'll be like, I wish you would say something. Because they don't know it's a king in the mix. I go in front of Egyptians. Yeah, Egyptians. Yeah, and I call them out. And I stand in the room. They think they better than us. And they don't know what's standing in the room with them. We royalty.
That's right.
We royalty. And if I ain't on the job, I let them know on the job. I don't care. But if you come out of line, like what I'm trying to do, slide his credit card and the phone over to me, the card in his parts. I said, you crazy than the mug. I almost cussed him out. You got me dead, bro. I don't do that. That's when I flex on him and show him I'm royalty. You think you better than me, I show you I'm better than you while I'm sitting in your establishment. So if I got to do that as a man, how much more you think we got to do for our family and for our women? But if we sit over here letting them go out like that, they don't respect us.
That's right.
We got to take our respect. That's why the Lord said we're going to take the kingdom, man. How can you take the kingdom if you're giving away the royalty? That's why we got to stand up.
You know, also, Deep, how some brothers, you know, they try to go out there and pretend and perpetrate that, hey, they like what they woman like, but let the right dude say something to them. And then like, nigga, you got a problem? What you looking at? But nigga, I'm looking at what you present.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just that simple, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes we need to wake up and realize what we doing. Mm-hmm. And you're right, we don't show love to our women when we allow them to come out like that.
Nope.
No, our daughters. No matter of fact, let's get real with this. Let's get Israelite real. Not even with our sons, and they sagging and carrying
Nope.
We don't love them.
That's why we go out here and we get the chastised. They hate them that rebuke us at the gate.
Right.
We don't give a damn. This is what the Lord say. Little girl, put some clothes on. Little boy, pull your pants up. Grown woman, put some clothes on. Officer Stephen notorious for getting on the women by how they dress. It don't make no dang on sense. You about to get brothers murdered up in here. Finish reading that James. Let's see what's gonna happen. People gonna die because of lust.
Verse 15. Then, when the lust had conceived and bringeth forth sin, and sin, when it is finished,
that sin gonna be that fornication that you're gonna commit, that adultery that you're gonna commit. Read on.
Bringeth forth death.
It bringing forth what?
Death.
See? That's all it is, walking death around here. They thinking they being cute. You spiritually dead. And brother, you spiritually dead for going along with this mess. Bunch of spiritually dead people. It don't even make no sense. They can't even get it. Boy, This is a warning. This is a warning. That's all I can say. Why you think they pushing it so hard? Sister know what I'm talking about. I seen the sister selling some pants. They was not pants. They were like some tights, but then it was slits all the way down the butt and the legs on both sides and in the front. How's those pants? You see everything. See-through dresses. This is where we at now. See-through dresses. Women wearing workout clothes like they regular clothes. Brothers out here with skinny pants on. They got skinny pants on, sagging with their drawers.
Mothers letting their daughters go to the prom with see-through dresses on, bro.
See-through dresses. This is what we in Babylon. And you going along with this stuff. So we got to be men of the Lord and stop that at its tracks. So you want to find you a fruitful possession that's going to do well for you. And for the women, give me some Rock 25 and 22 because this is real. This is heavy on the women right here. Women gonna feel this right here, but I feel this right here.
This is book Ecclesiastes, chapter, better known as Sirach, chapter 25, verse 22. And it reads, a woman, if she maintain her husband,
if she pay for everything,
is full of anger.
She gonna be mad all the time.
Impudence.
That's shameless.
And much reproach.
That's disapproval. Because think about when we in the world. That's why we tell men to get your house in order first before you go try to get a woman. Because if you get this woman and you can't maintain her or maintain at least your part that you're supposed to maintain, she's gonna get pissed off. That's what happens in the world. Brother, how many brothers know somebody who stayed with a woman? And then she get mad at them and kick them out. We see it every day. We see it every day. You ain't get your place, you moved in with her. So when you acting like a little boy, see all the pieces make sense now. You moved in with her because you ain't got your stuff together. Then you got the audacity to want to be messing with other women. So when she catch wind of it, she get mad and she kick you out. You got your little 1 or 2 bags, and you got to go to your homeboy house or your mama house. You got your game and your bag. Then 3 days later, you coming back. She taking you back because she desperate too. Or she's going to get impudent, which is she going to be shameless, have another nigga to the house. But either way, it's your fault, man. It's your fault because we're not listening to what the Lord said. It said you leave mother and father to cleave to your wife. And you're no longer 2, you're 1. It ain't say she leave, you gotta go get her. That means you already gotta be gone, already got things in place. And when you find her, then y'all come together.
That's right, that's right.
Then she can't kick you out of nothing because you was a man. Neither would she want to kick you out of nothing because you being a man of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? But if she got to maintain it, it's one thing if we have a hard time, we're a unit, stuff go up and down. But we know men who just live off of women. For my early career, I lived off of women. I'm ashamed of it. Don't make no sense. I thought it was the way to do it. Young, stupid. No, I had my own money, but don't think I'm being a player. That ain't being no player, man. You gotta get money from a woman. That ain't no player. A pimp is nothing. That's nothing to glorify. Pimp is a sorry nigga. That's what a pimp is. That's taking advantage of the daughter's design. That's all a pimp is.
And their own mama and everything else that can make money off of.
Yeah.
Yeah, a pimp, man.
But a man gonna go out there and make his money. Period. But you know, we in Babylon, trained upside down, but once we got our bearings straight, we gonna do what the Lord said to do. We know that the foundation of the earth is out of course. We know that this thing is turned upside down, so it's up to us to turn it right side up. Let me see, I got do more. Oh, give me Matthew 19:7. Let's get Christ. 19:7. Then I gotta get a lot.
It's the book of St. Matthew's, chapter 19.
I got the law.
19 verse 7.
Read what Christ said.
These are the words of our Mashiach, Yahushua.
Yep. Done.
They say unto him, why did Moses then command to give a written divorcement? Shalaki.
Hold on. Slaki. Start at verse 4 for me. Let's get the whole thing.
Okay, at verse 4. And he answered and said unto them, have ye not read that he which made them at the beginning made them male and female?
So no Steve, no Adam and Steve.
That's right.
No Eve and Lilith.
Verse 5. And said, for this cause shall a man leave his father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and they twain shall be one flesh.
Mm-hmm.
Wherefore they are no more one twain, but one flesh. What therefore Yahweh had joined together, let no man put asunder.
Because once you come into this truth, man, whether you with your wife you was with in the world, you got to give her a chance before you move on. You got to exhaust all measures because she was in captivity too. She got the Willie Lynch on her too.
Good word, D.
She was in the slavery too. So the same way that the Lord had patience for us to wake us up, we have to have patience with our wives too. And check this out. Don't go trying to go, oh, it's too hard. The black woman, she's just talked too much. Oh, I need somebody else. That's a cop-out. Hold that. We're coming back to that. Give me Tobit one more time. Because this is for all these coons out here. We going back there. But I found this scripture. This is for them coons that run to them other nations. Go to 4 and 12. For the coons that run to the other nations. Because you know why? They don't want to complete their punishment. If we got to deal with a loudmouth black woman, then that's what the Lord gave you to deal with. If you got to deal with a loudmouth black man, that's what the Lord gave you to deal with till y'all can sort it out. Especially you come up under this truth. If she don't want to come up under this truth, then you got to work the thing out. But that's between y'all. But you got to give some time for the Most High to do a job. Do his job on her. You know what I'm saying? And also with the women. You got to let the Most High have his time to do his job. It's not on our time. If it was on our time, I would have been woke up when I came into the world. But it's on the Most High God's time. Oh, when he gonna wake us up. So it's on us to have that patience. You got that out? Tobit. Chapter 4, verse 12.
This is the book of Tobit, chapter 4 and verse 20.
12.
Oh, 12. Shalaki. Beware of all whoredom, my son, and chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy fathers, and take not a strange woman to wife.
I wish somebody listened to this. Take not what?
A strange woman to wife.
That's a woman of the other nations,
which is not of thy father's tribe. For we are the children of the prophets, Noah, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Remember, my son, that our fathers from the beginning, even that they all married wives of their own kindred.
No, of the other nations.
Own kindred.
No, God loved the Moabites.
Own kindred.
No, God loved the Edomites.
Own kindred.
Of your own kindred. You got 12 tribes. 12 tribes.
Good try.
Come, Yasharah.
Yasharah.
Read.
And were blessed in their children and their seed shall inherit the land.
See, that's what it's about, the inheritance of the land. How can your children inherit the land? You over here dealing with strange women. You messing up the inheritance. You married them off the strange women. You messing up the inheritance. Read on out. This is the key point right here.
Verse 13. Now therefore, my son, love thy brethren.
Do what?
Love thy brethren.
Do what?
Love thy brethren. And despise not in thy heart thy brethren. The son and daughters of thy people, in not taking a wife of them.
So he say, don't hate your brothers by not taking a son or a daughter of your people. You hate your own people if you go get another nation. And one thing Dr. Umar Johnson say, I don't listen to him all the time. I just heard him say this. And he brought up all these old civil rights people, Maya Angelou and different people that married people of another race. He said, how can you be for you cannot be for your people if you marry somebody from another race, because you're not helping continue that royal seed. You tainting the seed. How can you be out here fighting for civil rights for your people when you married to the enemy? And 9.5 times out of 10, they're going to be married to an Edomite. Why it ain't everybody? Because you can't marry everybody. Go get you an Arab woman. See what happens. See how that work out for you. You might go get you a Filipino. Somebody from Thailand, they always willing. Their money right, they there every night. But go get you a Chinese woman. Go get you a woman from Saudi Arabia and see if she's going to marry. You know what I'm saying? Because to them, it's the same as it is to us. You a coon.
That's right.
You a sellout.
That's right.
That's what you're going to be. Why they don't give their daughters and sons to everybody? Because they know about royalty. They still got a crown prince over there in Saudi Arabia. But we willing to get with the damn enemy? The main person we shouldn't be with, that's what we love to get with. Read on out.
Maya Angelou and this judge that just got judged at the Supreme Court. For in pride is destruction and much trouble.
Then they wonder why. Back in the day, they interracial, right? And they getting harassed for being an interracial couple. You gonna get what out?
Destruction and much trouble.
Had the nerve to have a movie on an interracial couple in Washington, D.C. I forget who it was. Oh, man, you better get this stuff out of my face. Now you might not have much trouble, but it's amazing how that changed, huh? All the stuff that you had much trouble for 50 years ago, now you don't have much trouble for. See, y'all people don't understand about the two wings of the same bird. They're flipping on you. And why the people who was against it, why they ain't against it now? Why they ain't against it now? Why they ain't against the homosexuality now? You still got Republican Democrats. Why they ain't against the interracial now? They were so dead set against it to where they would put you in jail. The same racist people, they still racist. They still don't like blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. But they're more willing. Oh, maybe because their sons and daughters are coming out gay. Maybe their sons and daughters is married interracial. Because if I see one more goddamn movie where a white person got a black child, and oh, they love that little black child. They can't stand niggas though. But this they grandbaby. Because any opportunity they got to turn one of us against each other, they take it.
That kind of reminded me when I seen this post, and it says you was raised on Mammy's titties, but you didn't want us drinking from the same water fountain.
Come on, man.
Man, it makes no sense.
Come on, man.
It makes no sense.
That's how hypocritical Edomites are.
They are.
Oh, you can suck on the black nipple because the mama don't want to do it.
Right.
But then you don't want black people in your house. They got to go around back. Your son was good enough to suck black milk, but he ain't good enough to drink from the water fountain. Come on, these people something else, boy.
It's some sick with
Look, I I wish we didn't have to go in the bathroom with it. I wish it was a blacks only. They nasty eating bastards. Cause I worked at a job. You just sitting with the white man come out the stall. You know he been in there Googling, and he come out, walk straight out the damn bathroom. I've seen it too many times.
Yes, sir.
Nasty creatures. We need a blacks only bathroom around here.
That's right. And bring back the black water fountains too. Bring back more black water fountains too.
Woo!
Dude.
Dig on top of there, they dig off in their head.
Yeah.
Hey man, right in your face.
Like that Edomite did
Downtown in your face.
Man, see, we dealing with the devil at the Bible
And then
speaks of.
stuck it in, I think brought it out of his hip, he put it in his nose, and then put it in his mouth. It
Right.
don't get no more filthy than that.
Then I think we was out there downtown like 3 weeks ago or something like that. Another Edomite. I'm watching him. He dig in his nose, put out a booger and put it right in his mouth. I'm like, you see that? He's like, yeah, but I'm like, man.
These some nasty
They
beasts.
nasty, y'all.
Beasts of the
They
field.
nasty. They-
Literally. That's
beasts
why
of
Job
the
was to
field.
stain them to sit with the flock of his dogs. I see why.
No, the worst one I got was I saw sharing a cupcake, dog looking at
Yes.
the cupcakes.
Now, it don't get no nastier than that. They be on Instagram sharing the food with the animals. So what that make them? An animal. You can only share something with an animal if you're an animal. When you throw the food out there for the dogs, all of them gonna eat together. I just seen a little monkey and some ducks eating watermelon on the thing. They eating the watermelon together. Animals.
You know what that means, right? You know what I'm saying? What
Hey, y'all.
I'm just saying, you know.
Hey, I know what it means to me.
Because they say that all niggas eat watermelon. So
Yeah.
and what? And then,
They made a
and then
song
they
on
called
that
us,
thing.
then it back, you know, when we was in slavery, they called us monkeys.
And look at this. Somebody, a wise man said, you got to be a goddamn fool to listen to the slave master that says some shit to you. So like, you got me cussed. You got to be a fool if you gonna listen to a creature like that make any kind of comment against you.
Right.
I don't give a damn if the white man say niggas love watermelon.
Right.
I don't care nothing that he got to say. Cause they love scratching up their ass and eating their boogers.
That's
so
right.
it don't matter.
That's right. That's right.
Only a weak-minded Negro will listen to anything that the devil got to say.
Yeah.
It's meant to break you down. It's meant to break your confidence down. So if you listen to him, then you a fool because you're not a monkey. They the monkey.
That's
they
right.
got the R.H. Reese's monkey gene in them, and everybody eat watermelon. Matter of fact, I think who was it? Dave Chappelle said that. You gonna listen to the slave master? You gonna listen to the slave master?
Same person that lied to us about everything in the Bible.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Same person who stole you
Yeah.
and got most of these people with Stockholm syndrome. You gonna listen to anything he got to say. That's what I always say. I don't listen to nothing that the white man got to say. Nothing. And it's proven to be correct because they lie about everything. If they lie when they telling the truth. They lie when they telling the truth.
That's right.
That's why nobody don't trust them. Is it a COVID? Is it not a COVID? You gonna mess around and die when you don't. If they telling the truth because they lie so much. You don't know what to believe with these people. So I don't believe nothing.
Yeah. What's that boy name that does the always having somebody always in his audience, props in his audience, and he call them up to debate with? No, the old Negro. You know the old Negro that got that church that always trying to talk about the Israelites and stuff. Geno Jennings. Yeah, I'm agree with that Negro on one thing. What you just said, D. Am I right? Am I right? That's all I can deal with that damn fool on, man. He's just like the white man. Ready to finish out?
Yeah, finish it out.
For in pride is destruction and much trouble, and in lewdness is decay and great want. For lewdness is the mother of famine.
Lewdness is the decay and great want. We got to do what the Most High God commanded us to do, man. And we will be successful. We will prosper in all our ways. We will prosper in our relationship. Now let's go back to Matthew chapter 19 and verse 7. And we're going to make this a double fold. We're going to make this the law for the night also.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 19 and verse 7. The words of our Messiah, Yahushua. They say unto him, why did Moses then command to give a written of divorcement and to put her away?
Now let me say this again. They came out of Egypt. At this time, Christ saying this, Negro, you know who you are. And you know what the law is. So this ain't the same situation as when they came out of Egypt. Y'all that grew up knowing who you are at this time. Read on.
He said unto them, Moses, because the hardness of your hearts suffered you to put away your wives.
Because they just came out of Egypt with that Egyptian mentality. And then they get these laws put on them. You telling women who got Egypt on the brain, you can't blind your hair. Look, we in Egypt. Look at how hard it is for us to get our people. It's the same thing. Now think about Egypt. These people been in Egypt all their life here. They was in Egypt all their life there. They was in Egypt for 400 years. We've been over here for 400 years. Why do you think brothers is divorcing wives? Because the hardness of their heart. You trying to do what God say do. They don't want to do it because they been in this world. She used to you being in the world and she can't accept that. So brother been and got a divorce. So this is what Christ said though. Because now, see, this is the difference too. Now we in the truth. Now we know who we are. So for you youngsters that's in the truth, you know who you are. So what Christ said applies. See, we all at a different pace in this truth. These people just coming in. They the ones gonna be with the Moses situation. They just coming in, they just converted. We've been in the truth for years now. So whatever we do is up on the law. Even when your wife coming to the truth with you, both of y'all under the law now.
That's right. That's right.
So you gotta try to work this thing out. So a brother who taking on a new wife in this truth, y'all under the law. So what Christ is going to say applies. Read this out.
Back at the top of verse 8. He said unto them, Moses, because of the hardness of your hearts, suffered you to put away your wives. But from the beginning, it was not so.
That wasn't the way it was meant to be. Let's see, when you factor in captivity. Now we playing a whole different ball game than how we supposed to be. Read on.
And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication.
Except for what?
It be for fornication.
Except for she go cheat on you.
Except that it be for fornication.
Cheat on you.
And shall marry another. Committed adultery.
Committed adultery. He say, you put her away if you want to. Or if she cheat on you, she sleep with another man. It's over. Then you can put her away. But if she don't do that, then you got to deal with what you got to deal with. And you got to deal with what she got to deal with till you die. Read on.
And whosoever married her, which is put away, doeth commit adultery.
Doeth commit. So if you put her away, meaning you didn't even divorce her. You just say, I'm finna go deal with somebody else. She out here on her own. She sleep with somebody else. You forced her into adultery. You just left her stuck out. But she still committed adultery. And that man who did it with her committed adultery because she was a married woman. Because you tried to put her away. So you done made a whole, look at this whole train wreck of stuff that's happening from not listening to the Lord. Because we don't want to adhere to what the Lord tell us to do. We finna mess up 3-4 lives. Because most likely the dude dealing with somebody, the dude, the woman you put away, and a dude that she messing with. all finna be affected because y'all couldn't work y'all stuff out or at least end it in the proper way. Understand me? So Christ said don't put your wife away. In this truth. In this truth. It's one thing if, and it's why I make it a whole nother ballgame. You come into this truth and your spouse, your wife refuses to come into it with you. She started doing things contrary to the Bible. Then it harden your heart. Then my brother can understand, we in Egypt, if you let her divorce her. Don't linger, don't be sleeping with her, don't be leading her on, all that different stuff, and you over here dealing with somebody else. Divorce that woman, let her go on about her life, and then you move on. But if she come into this truth, it's over.
That's right.
Nah, bro. She came into the truth. Y'all, we both under the law. Nope. We gotta stick this out.
That's right.
Ain't no divorce. We under the laws of God now. Sorry to tell you.
That's it.
Sorry to tell you, buddies. You been married to him. Ride it out. You better call a brother and vent. Sister, you better call that sister and vent. But ain't, no. We in the truth. She came in the truth with you.
That's right.
We in it together. So that's what Christ said. Now what Christ said matters. What Christ said stands.
That's right.
Ain't no divorce once you've been in this truth. You had your window of opportunity at first. I stuck it out. Me and my wife went at it for 5 years. It is what it is. She in the truth with me now. You know what I'm saying? You'll get that reward. But see, we be hasty. We be impatient. We be wanting to have something new. This woman getting on my nerve. Focus on God. Focus on the Lord.
Let that be your marriage.
Let that be your marriage.
Second, third, fourth, and fifth marriage.
Let that be your marriage. Let the ministry be your marriage. But don't go mess around with these women. Going after your own lust, man. So with that, I'm going to say all praise to the Most High God for this bringing up this edification. Hope everybody learned something. Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Yahweh Bahashem Hamashiach Yahweh Shah. Hallelujah.
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 Shalom.
Who's the Father?
Yahweh.
Who's the Father?
Yahweh.
Who's the King?
Yahweh Shah.
Who's the King?
Yahweh Shah.
Who got next?
We got next.
Who got next?
We got next.
For how long?
Forever.
For how long?
Forever.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. So we're going to get put on the map for saying it the right way. Most High, Yahweh Shah, and us.